context of the sacred sexuality, then we're just having sex, and then we're just losing our energy, and then we're just taking care of other issues of my partners, because we're not just exchanging uh, kisses and fluids and oral sex. No, we're just not there to just having an interaction. That's it. We are having, like, really having an emotional, ancestral soul connection. We Unfortunately, we don't teach this at school, and nobody teaches us about how to take care of our sacred energy and how to take care of our sex life. Not even like in my school. I remember they just give me like one sex education class, and it was about how to wear a condom. But that's not enough. That's not enough, because we start thinking that sex is just for fun.
Or
And
it's mechanical.
yeah, it's mechanical. And also we think we're just having sex because I'm having fun, one, or because I just want to have a baby. But what about the woman, or what about the partners and the couples that they don't choose to be parents and they just want to have a great sex life? What's wrong with that? But
If
we
you're parents, you should want to have a great sex life too,
yeah,
Yes.
that's part of having an extraordinary life. That's something I share with people, like, hey, you're declaring an extraordinary life, beautiful, but it's an extraordinary life in every sense of your life. We're talking
I
Exactly.
about
love that.
finances, health,
Yeah.
our relations, sex life. The people is like, well, no, but I can be successful in my job, and I can be successful in my blah, 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 whatever.
Or as a mom.
You know how beautiful you look after having a great orgasm? Like, it really helps us. So taking care of the sacred energy is just longer, but the main point is it's more than the act. It's having a beautiful connection of the space and creating the space of becoming one. That's the main core.
So how we can connect with ourselves, because there's not too many education out there about this. It's just something kind of new and discovering for a lot of people. So how we can start discovering ourselves in our sex, in our sexual area, for
Yeah,
example.
beautiful. For example, most of the people, because I do trainings of sacred sexuality, and it's really amazing how the people all around the world, all different ages, I have men and women and girls and teenagers, and I have all type of human beings there, and it's a beautiful experiment because I can learn a lot. Uh, the main thing about not having uh, an open relation with their sexuality, because we can say that sexuality begins with ourselves. That's the first thing that maybe we are confused to. It's not just having sex with another person, or it's just not sharing myself with another person. No, it's beginning with myself. I'm a sexual being, and it's fine to say it out loud. It has nothing wrong. But when I understand that in my sexual life, in general, since I was little, there might be some issues or traumas or breakdowns or problems going on. Most of those breakdowns might create in my life some boundaries or some limitations or some um, obstacles for me not to express myself as pure as I am. For example, if you, I just know, just for an example, if you lost your virginity and you lose it with a guy that you didn't like it, or you lose it with a guy in your prom night graduation and it was awful because you were in the car, sometimes those memories got stuck not only in our mind but in our bodies. Or,
Wow.
for example, if we just didn't like our first experiences, or if we experienced sexual abuse, or if we experienced violence while we were having sex with our partners, those type of traumas, they just don't stay in our quantum field and in our mind. They got stuck in our cells and in our body. So the first thing we should do And the first invitation for you to connect with your sacred sexuality and starting with a great relation with yourself is to heal traumas, especially sexual traumas, because nobody talks about this. When you to the psychology or with the therapist, they are talking about other traumas, like, I don't know, bullying, or if my parents got divorced, or if I was, I don't know, baby not wanted. I don't know. They don't talk about sexual traumas, and they don't talk about sexual karma. That's something that it's also really present in this
I
job.
have a question. I have a question. So let's talk about what exactly is sexual karma for anyone who has never
Yes.
heard that term before.
Yeah, sexual karma. Well, first, karma is nothing wrong. It's the beautiful complementation of yin yang. I have karma and I have dharma, but my karma or the karma is just something that is incomplete, something that is not finished yet. It could be a conversation, an event, relation, whatever. Uh, so, for example, when I'm talking about sexual karma, I'm talking about all the relations that you had in your life with sex partners, even though they were just for a night or serious relation, but with those persons that you share intimacy and you share a type of penetration. Those type of partners are the ones that they are part of this connection of um, sexual partners that you have. So that's important for you, for just one thing to know. Okay, one thing to know, it's that my energy could be still connected with my partners, even though I don't talk with them, even though I don't have any relation with them, even though it was just a night and I was, I don't know, smoking and having 3 bottles of tequila, whatever, is my energy is still connected with those souls. And nobody teaches, again, to close the doors, to close the portals, to close those spaces, because we are so open when we are having sex, like really open, our
Yes.
chakras, especially the heart, especially root chakra is so open that if we don't close it as the way we should close it, we're still open and we're still connected. And I think you don't want to be connected to your partners, because I have people that they do this type of job, and the first task for them is to do a list of all the sexual partners they had in their life. And most of the people, they have a big breakdown because they don't remember the names of the people they had sex with. That's a big feedback, for example. If you don't remember the people you had sex with, what the hell is wrong, What's going on with that energy? What's going on with the context of sharing yourself? What's going on with the relation with you, within yourself, for you to share it with other person and still do not remember the name of the person? So that's a big feedback for people. And it's a beautiful job. It could take like months or years, but it's a beautiful type of work because you start releasing this sexual energy from your uterus as a woman, from your uterus, from your vagina, from your body, from yourself, from your quantum field, and you start releasing all the traumas and all the memories and all the energy. That also healing the sexual traumas and having a great liberation and releasing of the sexual karma can create that you can have an open communication with your actual partner, or you can have a sex life as you wish, but you have to do that type of work.
Now, is this the same for men? Because and when I was growing up, it was kind of a thing for guys to sleep with a lot of girls,
Right.
especially if they had their hearts broken. They became like the player, and then they would just sleep with tons of chicks. And it was kind of like a male thing to do, at least here in the United States. I don't know about everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
And at least when I was young and in my teens and 20s. So What about guys? So you said you don't you because we're talking about sexual energy is actually energy transfer, and I want to get into that more. But if you don't remember the names of your partners, these are all people you've exchanged energy with and created some type of soul tie in a way, which is a buildup of karma. So you need to release this. Does helping to remember the names of the people you've slept with help you? Is that what I'm hearing?
Well, it's just like it's a task for you to do it, to remember.
Like an
And
exercise.
yeah, to be aware of the people, obviously I have people and I have patients all around the world that they have like more than 100 in their list, and
Wow.
I don't judge people,
Yeah.
I just share my job and that's it. And I have people that they have like 3 or 4 in their list, and that's perfect. It's not about the quantity, it's about how I decided to share my sex life. So
Mm-hmm.
most of the people they ask this, like, and it really cares if I remember the name or not. It's just feedback for
Mm-hmm.
you. If you remember or not the name, it's just information for you to be aware, and that's it. But what you were saying about the man, that's completely different. Because yeah, we're connected, and yeah, we have these beautiful bodies that in a way they can create a unification of souls, of becoming one. And while we are making love, we feel like there's no space and time. Beautiful. Okay, but it's different. What It's beautiful what women carry in energy, like energy talking, and it's different of what men actually
Oh, okay.
deliver, because they are the ones releasing the energy, because uh, they are the ones releasing the energy, and we are the ones taking care of the energy. Mhm. In a way.
All
So
right.
it's just more explicit, and it could be more detailed, but in the beautiful context is while they are releasing their fluids, and while they are releasing their stress, they are not just releasing uh, and they're just not having an orgasm. That's not it. They are releasing troubles, traumas, problems, issues, stress, uh, job problems. They are releasing everything. For them, it's so important to have sex and just to finish, because they need releasing their body. It's completely different for us. Like, for example, for women, it's more difficult to have an orgasm, and this is all around the world. It's just not an issue of different countries. In general, women are more difficult to achieve an orgasm. Why is that? Well, it seems that there are different conversations for that. But first of all, it's because we are more concentrated in a way for us giving pleasure to the men than giving
Mm-hmm.
pleasure to ourselves. First. Second, it could be I'm not present, I'm not here, I'm not in my body, or I'm scared of having my
Mm-hmm.
climax.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm just having some uh, I'm just having some limitations, maybe mental or emotional limitations, and I cannot achieve it. Fine. For men, it's completely different. For men, it's easy. Men, in the natural, biological way they are more, touchy. So they need to touch, and they need to feel, and they need to grab, and they need to, for them, grabbing is something important in sex. You can see that with your partner, and you can remember about your partners, or just in general see how it's important for men to grab. And I'm gonna be like really detailed, but they love grabbing our asses, they love grabbing our body, they love grabbing ourselves, like what the hell is going on with them? Well, it's because for them it's really important to touch, and for us it's different. We don't care about touching, and we don't care about other things, but we care about listening. For us, it's really important for them to tell us, like, hey, baby, do I look pretty? Do I look beautiful today? How this dress fit for me? Because we need in a way, the admiration, but also the conversation of them telling us that we look in a way for them. So listening for us is really important. and touching for them is really important. So we are completely different in the way relating ourselves and in the way releasing the energy and in the way healing our energy. But I can tell you something that it's something that has been happening with a lot of patients lately going on in here in Mexico, and it's that the girls, they come to me and they're having troubles, with PMS